Good morning. My name is Nabil Al Alawi. I graduated from Louisiana State University in 1965. And immediately I started working. So that's a total of 50 years I have been working, from 65 to 2015. And Mr. Darwish was talking about wanting to retire. Because I've been working for 50 years in the oil industry, I bring with me 50 years of observing how safety has evolved. And I want to share that with you today, because it's very interesting. I've decided to divide the 50 years into two parts. The first 25 years is what I call my journey with no safety. And the other 25 years is my journey with managed safety. We're very lucky. Today, people joining this industry and joining any industry has a tremendous process and systems, tremendous training, tremendous safety programs where you're guided, you've been told, you've been aware of the dangers around you. I want to share with you how I started my journey 50 years ago. Young engineer, graduated in Louisiana. Immediately, as soon as I graduated, I went to work with a multinational service company. They sent me to a small little town in south of Louisiana called Houma. And within 3 days after joining, fresh from the university, no experience, nothing, a spoiled brat from the Middle East, who has never worked, never dirtied his hand, had a lot of servants and support behind him. In 3 days after joining that company, I found myself on a drilling rig in the Gulf of Mexico. And you know, drilling business is dangerous business. Here I am, 3 days after joining the company, with no training. Nobody said anything about safety. Nobody said anything about how dangerous the environment is. All I did was follow my supervisor, and he said, "You just do what I tell you to do." That's the journey of the first 25 years of what I call no safety. If I look back, and I said, thank God, I'm still alive. Thank God I still have my fingers. Thank God that the journey has been a safe one. The organization sent me working throughout the world. I worked in Louisiana, I worked in Texas, I worked in some parts of Europe, I worked throughout the Middle East, I worked in the Far East. And after many years with them, and I was still safe, I recall back throughout that 13 years working with this multinational organization that today is the second largest service provider in the oil and gas in the world. For 13 years I worked with them. I do not recall a single time that they ever talked to me about safety. Did they ever send me to a safety course? Or did they ever learn or make me think safety? That's what I call the first 20 years, 25 years was the journey of no safety. In 1977, I decided enough is enough and I'll form my own company. And I'm still the CEO of that company. And when I formed that company, I realized all of a sudden, here I am, a responsible person, responsible for the people that I will be employing. And with the years behind me, I realized this is a very dangerous business. So I looked around to try to find training, to try to make my people understand this is a dangerous place. And the first contract I signed, do you know what the contract said about safety in that document? And this contract was signed with a big multinational company that is among the top 4 oil and gas companies in the world. There was only 2 sentences in that contract. You are to provide a proper safety workforce with good oil field practice. That's all they say. Good oil field practice. What does good oil field practice mean? It is up to me. It's up to everybody, whoever works, have their own good oil field practice. And I wanted to see what is this good oil field practice. And I asked around, and everybody has their own good oil field practice. Later on, I will show you some slides to show how our good oil field practice was in the no safety 25 years ago. And the journey went on, and here I am, 25 years with the managed safety program, and we're all in it, and we know safety starts when you get someone joining you. The first thing you need to do is for him to understand that safety is important, and the environment where he works, and how important safety is if he is to be able to do the job with safety first. It's wonderful to come over here to see that we are so committed. It's wonderful to see that now we are looking at safety as a very, very important part of how we run our business, and safety is always foremost and the most important part of how we do our business. And I'm very, very happy and congratulate and thank you very much for doing this, because I feel we have to continuously improve and continuously do it better. The no safety journey of 25 years have made me realize that if you don't look at safety seriously, if you don't look at safety as owning it, if you don't look at safety as sharing the knowledge, safety will not be successful. I have gone through the journey as an individual working for an organization, to an individual who owns a company and manages a company of over 3,000 workforce in 26 different countries today. And I feel the journey is incredibly so different and so safe today, but not safe enough. So we have a lot to improve. But the improvement of the first 25 years of no safety to the other 25 years of managed safety, and I will show you to you in 6 slides how different it is, because the pictures I will provide to you will show you what it was all about. So I would just like to ask the first slide. Look at that photo. That was in the early 80s, offshore in the Gulf here. That is exactly a site visit that I did with my partner, Mr. Mansoori. in 1982. And the other 3 guys with me are my workforce. And you can see all the 3 of them, what they were wearing, because we did not provide them with anything. We just said, go and buy whatever you want, dress up the way you want, and get on the helicopter and go offshore and do your work. I didn't train them, nothing. The training was done on site. You make a mistake, you die. You don't make a mistake, you come back maybe with a few fingers, or thank God you come back safely. But that's how it was in the first 25 years with no safety. And we were successful in doing work, and we're still around. Now, let's see the next slide of how we are now with managed safety. This is the same workforce having a toolbox meeting before the job. Look at this workforce. Look how disciplined they are. Because you must have a culture of discipline if you want safety to be successful. Now I will show you another slide of how our working environment is. This is a camp in the middle of the desert in Abu Dhabi in 1979 or 1980, if I'm not mistaken. That's how we lived, and that's how we worked from. And I'll show you the camp, exactly the same camp, transformed to what it is today. We call it the Mansoori Resort. Because we consider people important, and we consider people has to have a happy environment and a happy living place for them to perform well and safety first. I will show you another slide, and I won't say anything about it, but look at this. This is my working tool, or my working truck that has the equipment that's going to the desert to do world-class service. And you look at it, it's a piece of junk if I see it now. But nobody said what are the standards we should have, because it is what they told me, good oil field practice. That was my standard of good oil field practice. It does work. And when I look at it now, it's horrifying. This is exactly the same piece of equipment to do the same work today. Air conditioned, proper trained, clean, fit for purpose, with high standards. Gentlemen, thank you very much.